Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brant, and it is my privilege to speak to you today. As a Cub Scout, I had moved from pack to pack, not really belonging to a single scout group. In 2009, I started scouting in 3rd grade as a Bear Scout in East Brunswick, Pack 132. I have vague memories of my beginnings in scouting, but what I remember most was making Pinewood Derby cars for Pinewood Derbies. Shaping and designing small wooden cars with my father to race in the derbies was my earliest memory of scouting, and was the scouting activity that I enjoyed the most. I became a wee little 1 Scout and transitioned into Jamesburg Pack 54 after moving to Monroe Township during the summer before my 4th grade. I remember continuing the Pinewood Derby tradition in the Elk Lodge, the Jamesburg location where Pack 54 held its meetings. My journey in Cub Scouting gradually came to an end when I transitioned to Monroe Township Pack 105 and became a wee little 2 Scout, attending meetings at the Presbyterian Church, the meeting place of Pack 105. I started to become more and more familiar with ways I can help the community through volunteer work, with the Jamesburg Food Pantry as one example. The summer before 6th grade in 2012 was when my journey in Boy Scouting began. I still vividly remember the day in Thompson Park when I was inducted into Monroe Township Troop 60. I was the only Cub Scout from Pack 105 who joined Troop 60 that year. Everyone else in my pack went to Troop 3. The members of Troop 60 that I first met were Scout Dominic LaPree and his father/Assistant Scoutmaster Jim LaPree. I remember Dominic and Jim attaching to my uniform the forest green shoulder loops that I wear to this day, draping the Troop 60 neckerchief around my neck and shaking my hand, congratulating me of my advancement. From that moment on, I was a member of Monroe Township Troop 60. My experiences and what I've learned was accelerated after I became a Boy Scout. One of my favorite activities I enjoyed in Boy Scouting was camping. At my first camping trip at Seaside Heights, we pitched our tents right on the sand at the beach, which made the camping trip one of my more unique and memorable camping trips. Throughout the years, I've gone on many memorable trips that were not only enjoyable, but also unique learning experiences. From learning how to fire a rifle for the first time at Rodney Camp, to the many troop campouts in Thompson Park in the pouring rain, camping has always been an activity that I could separate from everyday life at school, allowing me to learn skills that school can never teach me and connect with other Scouts. Even with their differences, school life always had some influence on life and Scouting for me, which came into play when it was time to decide what my Eagle Scout project should be. I wanted my Eagle project to represent something that means a lot to me personally, in addition to giving back to the community. My favorite activity in the latter part of my high school years was marching band. And that was when I got the idea for my Eagle Scout project, to build a shed for the Monroe Township High School Marching Band to store the drum major stands and the main podium. I've made so many friends in marching band, and I've learned so much from the activity, and I would like to continue participating in marching band in college. Speaking of college, the final question still remains: what are my plans for my future? Boy Scouting has taught me the value of commitment to civics. This was strengthened by my interest in politics, a passion that I developed outside of Boy Scouting. My passion in politics began during the 2016 presidential primaries, where watching the debates on television, I realized that there are many issues in our country that need to be addressed, and that we are very divided on these issues. I joined civics clubs in Monroe, such as Youth in Government and Junior Statesmen of America. I've been interning for Senator Greenstein for 5 months, which has been and still is a very valuable experience for me. I will be attending the University of Delaware this coming fall to study political science and economics. My dream is to become a U.S. Senator, but even if that doesn't happen, I would like to work in the federal government in a public policy-related career. As Senator Elizabeth Warren has said, dream big, fight hard. I would like to thank all the troop leaders and scouts for making my time in Troop 60 so amazing. I would also like to thank the donors to my Eagle Scout project for contributing to this amazing project for the community. This project would not have been possible if it weren't for all your support. Thank you all for coming to this Court of Honor, and thank you all for your help and support on my journey to Eagle.